So thank you so much for checking out this video of my home buyer series. It's just meant to be informative for you and help you along with making decisions and understanding the process and the psychology behind purchasing a home. In this particular video, I want to get into the idea of, so you're thinking of buying a home. You're thinking about, am I in a place where I'm ready to buy either the next home or the first home or the home in the next state, and whatever the case might be for you. And so I just want to talk about some of the things that you should be asking yourself before you jump into buying that home. And so question number one that you should ask yourself is, well, what are you trying to accomplish by buying the home? What I mean by this is, what's your family situation? Are you relocating for a job? Are you growing a family? Are you downsizing because you're an empty nester? What is it that you hope to accomplish will help you decide where and what you are looking for. And that will help me, or your realtor, decide where to help you focus those efforts. Another question you should ask yourself is, well, what can I afford? Okay, sounds like a basic question, but what we find out on the realtor side of things is that the buyer might be out shopping for a home, and so I'll ask the question, well, what price point of home are you looking for? And I generally get a lot of different answers, and usually we'll find out that the true answer to the question is, I don't know. And the reason they don't know, the buyer doesn't know, is because they haven't talked to a lender. So the other question is, have you talked to a lender? So let me give you some advice on talking to a lender. When you talk to a lender, ideally you want to try and make sure that your lender is a local lender in the area that you intend to buy in. And there's some good reason for that. One of the reasons that I personally prefer that my buyers work with a local lender is because they're easier to reach in the off hours, okay? But they're not a local lender, they're a big lending organization type lender. You might have a contact that is your point of contact there, but I can't get them on the phone often times. I can't get them on the phone after hours or on the weekends because that's just not how they operate. But somebody that's a local lender who's eager to get the job done, who wants to offer good customer service, they're able to be accessed just about any time as long as they're awake. Not that we abuse that, but it just helps if we got to get a last minute thing taken care of, because again, our job is to get you that house that you want. And so having a good lender, a local lender, and really one that you know works well with your realtor, we're all working as a team to make sure you get what it is you really need and want. And so that's my recommendation when it comes to lending. So if you haven't talked to that lender, talk to your realtor. See who it is they might recommend. They should have options for you. They have a working relationship with people. And again, you want to build a team that helps you get that house. The best way to find out if the realtor that you're wanting to work with is who you want them to be is ask for references. Ask for references for anybody that you plan to have do work for you, including your realtor. And so I'm happy to provide those when people ask for them from me. I've got people that are very happy with me. And so, yes, please, by all means, talk to whoever you'd like. And if you don't like the first three, I'll give you 3 more. Don't like those, I'll give you 3 more. It's just happy to do it. So definitely trying to put together the team of people who can answer those initial questions for you, get you squared away, get you started on the right process and path to get you into a home. Definitely want to have your realtor in place. Definitely want to have your lender in place, and often talk to your realtor so you know that they have a good working relationship and can better serve you because of that. Me personally, just to give you a personal account, was working with a buyer. An issue came up on a Sunday night, and my lender, who I refer to and refer business to, calls me and says, hey, texts me and says, can you talk? I said, yeah. And so ultimately we were able to figure out what needed to happen immediately that night. So come Monday morning, we could hit the ground running, taking care of any issues that arose there right over the weekend for our buyer. And that's the way it should be, because this oftentimes stuff happens outside of business hours. So we have to be able to work outside of those business hours. Other things to think about is if you're relocating and you don't know where you want to go, and maybe you're thinking about either this state or this town, but you don't know a lot about it, you need to look for resources. If you contact a local agent in an area that you want to live in and ask for resources, or perhaps that agent, like myself, is offering resources for you to check out online or on YouTube. Check those out. I mean, you can see my other videos here that kind of give you some insight as to what's going on here in Fort Worth, Texas, and in surrounding cities, just so that you know what it really means if you're not really familiar with the area. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of the video. And remember, if there's anything in the world I can do for you, just be sure to reach me. You can always leave a comment below or hit me up with the email or phone number listed in the description below. And be sure to like and subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when other videos come out in the future.